Howdy, it's me.
Oh no, unbelievable.
As real as real.
There's no actual way of knowing which direction we are going.
Everybody dab now!
That'll be 40G. What? That's highway robbery! Listen, lady, I don't set the prices. Do you want your coffee or not? Yeesh, sorry. It's just everything's really expensive here.
Something on your mind, Alphys?
So, Alphys, what are you thinking there?
Nothing!
Alphys, I already know what you're thinking. Yes, do it. The Ferris Wheel is the perfect place to Hey, Alphys, you gotta try this freaking coffee right now.
Yes, what is it?
It's coffee, try it.
Okay.
Yeah! Hey, Alphys, I have a completely hypothetical question for you, just for fun and to pass the time. So, in your best guess, what would happen if a wizard ghost was to, say, possess a corpse or object and they somehow also kept their soul unlocked for an extended period of time? What would happen to them?
Huh. Well, that's an oddly specific scenario. Well, wizard ghosts are usually called poltergeists by the scientific community. Essentially, they're ordinary wizard souls who, through determination, have kept their soul from leaving this plane of existence. They have the same properties as any wizard soul, the only difference, of course, being that they don't have a body. When a wizard casts spells, their soul unlocks, allowing their magic to flow freely. But when it's unlocked, it's very easy for their magic to spill out all over the place. If it gets completely used up, they'll die. So their souls have this neat defense mechanism to avoid that. If they get too close to using up their magic completely, they'll get knocked unconscious and their soul will flip back into the closed position automatically. I've seen this happen to Frisk a few times when they were practicing. The scenario you brought up is impossible. A wizard's soul of any kind would be incapable of staying open for more than a minute or two at a time. And even if somehow their soul were forced to stay open, they'd lose all their magic within the span of hours.
Alphys, to add on to that last totally hypothetical question, what if the wizard's soul had a monster soul linked to it? Like, say, a monster absorbed a wizard's soul, and when they died, the wizard's soul became a poltergeist that held on to the monster soul.
Oh, well, certainly having a monster soul there would help, but it would be a temporary solution. The monster would have to want to help the human, and even then, they would only have so much time before the monster soul ran out of magic too.
Say, Alphys, a bit of an important question. When we looked at Maverick's love, his EXP was 225. That alone should have brought him up to LV 7, according to the Undertale wiki. But his LV was 3. Does that mean LV can go down?
Wow, you guys have a lot of magic science trivia questions lately, huh? Don't worry, I totally get it. It's really fascinating, isn't it? Well, yes, that's exactly what it means. I mean, I've never done any measurements on Maverick stats, because he won't let me. But I've seen it with Asgore, and it's well documented in a lot of writings from before the war. Execution points. They're not just an abstract concept. Killing someone in a violent way releases these shards of magic that can be absorbed by the killer's soul. Level of violence is more of an abstract measurement, but one that's proven very useful in measuring a person's threat level to monsters. It measures how detached from the act of murder a person has become, with level 1 representing a healthy individual, and level 20 representing a person who has lost all compassion for others. Love is separate from the accumulated EXP total. While it's true that love increases in predictable measurements based on EXP total, it's important not to equate the two. If a person whose love has increased begins to regret their actions and cease to kill anymore, their love will slowly decrease with time. However, their EXP total will always remain, and should they ever kill again, their love would increase much faster until it caught up to where they left off. That's why it's important that they never kill again, even in self-defense. Even one EXP could wreak havoc on their mental health. Monster souls are more magical than human souls, right? Would it be possible for an incredibly powerful wizard to transform the human soul into a monster soul, thus allowing them to unlock their soul, possibly indefinitely? Well, I think that's kind of unlikely, but what you're talking about is what we call the metamorphosis theory. It supposes that the origin of all monster kind is through humans who became poltergeists, possessed objects such as corpses, and then bonded themselves to that body in much the same way ghost monsters do. Is dead.
Aw, man.
Possesses rock.
This is mine now.
Strong emotion. Lil Rock Monster.
Nice.
Did Paulo draw those to help us understand better? Aw, thanks.
Those metamorphosis theory diagrams. So good. Such great.
Thanks! Hey, Undyne, have you gone to the Ferris Wheel yet? You could probably see the whole park from up there. Good idea, but you know what's a better idea if you want to see the whole park? What? See? What a great view. Yeah, sure is.
Hi, gals. Now that you've had some time to get to know each other, what do you think of Adrian and Jason, and what do you guys usually do with them? I expect Undyne has done some sparring with Adrian. That's always a fun way to bond.
Yeah, they're cool. They visit at least once a week, and a few times we've gone to visit them too. Their apartment complex is cool with monsters for the most part, so we usually don't get bothered. And yeah, Adrian and I spar sometimes. She hasn't beaten me yet. Not really her fault. She is a good melee fighter. But she's got no idea how to handle magic attacks. Must be pretty frustrating for her. She keeps trying though. I guess persistence runs in their family.
Hey, Alfies. I was wondering what kind of magic do you have? I never saw anything from you.
Oh, that's because I'm not very good at magic. At least not combat magic. I mean, I can bend and alter the flow of magical electricity, but I mostly just use that to build neat machines and stuff.
Do you ever give Adrian a handicap for your sparring to try and ease her into magic stuff? Like only using one spear in your hands and no shooting them? Or is it like a throw the booty out of the nest thing?
I tried that, but she said she didn't want me holding back. And that she specifically wanted to know how to subdue a monster without actually hurting them. And I mean, I get it. There's monsters out there looking to pick fights. That's one of the reasons I've been pushing for the Royal Guard to be reinstated. Asgore disagrees, but...
Did somebody say Royal Guard? Did you convince Asgore to reinstate the Royal Guard yet?
No. Don't get your hopes up too much, okay?
Okay, but when you convince him, I'll be the first to sign back up.
Okay. Looks like you've made some new friends.
I know! I'm so happy!
Hey, Undyne, I heard a rumor about the Ferris Wheel here. Apparently, if you go on it and scream, "Metal and Magic!" at the top of your lungs as soon as it starts, the Ferris Wheel kicks into hyperdrive and starts spinning around faster than anything else in the park. You should totally check it out.
Oh my gosh, we need to try this immediately!
Thanks.
If you think askers make great wingmen, don't forget to show you care with likes, comments, and shares. Can't wait to see more? Not to worry, there is a link to the comic in the description, just for that very purpose. Can't wait to hear my voice? Subscribe and click the bell so you can know the moment I post the next video. Want to be an early bird? Patrons get access to early videos and other neato content. And whatever you do, stay tuned!